Brought to you by DK Audio.
DK Audio presents Good Bits, Bits of Stories, Endless Fun by Kes Gray, read by Oliver Mason. Sophie sat up in bed and blearily rubbed her eyes. The clock on her bedside table said 2:26 a.m. The darkness in her room said, weird. She turned to her curtains. They were lined and thick, but through the weave of the fabric a sequence of colours was softly pulsing. Purple, yellow, silver. Purple, yellow, silver. Stiffening with curiosity, Sophie slid her toes out of bed and gingerly felt for her slippers. Tiptoe by tiptoe, she padded across the carpet. The closer she drew to her curtains, the stronger the colours became. Still faint, but still there. Purple, yellow, silver. Purple, yellow, silver. The pulsing went on and on. An arm's length from the window, she paused to catch her breath. One at a time, she raised her hands bravely, then gripped each curtain in turn and slowly eased them apart. A kaleidoscope of new colours invaded her room. Eye-popping oranges, brilliant blues, and giddying greens dazzled her eyes. Sophie gasped, whipped the curtain shut, and then froze. It couldn't be. It just couldn't. Heart pounding, fingers trembling, she parted the curtains again. The breath from her first gasp had misted the window. But with one swipe of her pyjama sleeve, she restored the garden to full view. Not only could it be, it was! A spacecraft was hovering at the far end of her garden, directly above the garden shed. Her eyes widened to the size of basketball hoops. She glanced over her shoulder in the direction of her mum and dad's bedroom. Perhaps she should wake them. Probably she should. But actually, she wouldn't. After all, it wasn't every night that aliens landed in your back garden. And Sophie had the best seat in the entire house. Sophie wasn't going anywhere. The spaceship was on the move. Kind of. Forward it lurched. Sideways it jolted. Upwards it jumped. Sophie's eyebrows jumped skywards with it. She had seen alien invasions in films before, but never an invasion like this. "Look out!" she squeaked, as the right flank of the spacecraft jerked sideways suddenly, crunching headlong into the branches of her neighbour's tree. "Stop!" she winced, as the belly of the spacecraft plummeted to within millimetres of her garden fence. "What's it doing?" she frowned. "Where's it going?" she puzzled. The answer was everywhere and nowhere fast. "I hope it's not going to fire a missile at the house," she gulped. "I hope the whole street isn't about to be evaporated by intergalactic gamma rays." The spacecraft lurched backwards, then skidded forward. It flashed amber. It glowed purple. It glittered gold, then suddenly it flipped. The spacecraft was now upside down and glowing red. A second later, it was the right way up, then upside down again. Sophie gasped and drew back from the window as the craft began to revolve. Her heart beat faster and her eyes saucered wider. Was this truly the beginning of the end of the world? Exactly what was the spaceship going to do next? The answer was a 3-point turn, followed by some stop-start moves that nearly chopped the top of a telegraph pole 2 doors down.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?